Good copy.
I'm here.
And broadcast is on.
See it moving.
I just almost stopped my record for some dumb reason. I'm a little out of it.
GG.
An actual Lost episode.
An actual episode of Lost.
Yep.
Good night.
Yep. Yep.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Something's out there. Something that forced its way into our world. Listen up. Come get some. Come get some. All right. Come get some. Come get some.
Shout out to Sam Raimi.
Come get some.
Bruce Campbell.
Come get some.
Yeah.
Come get some.
Alright. Okay. Look. Dead by dawn, swallow your soul. Similar to if I kick in your teeth, swallow a soul. You a dub. W clan, y'all can swallow us whole. Or get snubbed with these two cans. If you follow my nose, I'm gold. Take a shot from the grassy knoll. I can school you with the Draco. This ain't the grassy knoll. Under siege, feel like Waco. Y'all should already know. Got this red dot mark on you, marks like ready go. You horse around, get around like a merry-go. Catch a big fish, I'm not Moby Dick, but there she goes. See that boomstick? Get your boom boom click, my flow. Make the room sick, then put the 666 below. Y'all like who this? Masking a MF like Loomis. I do this so deadly with mics like Dr. Loomis. This is Necronomica music. What else would you expect from the Necronomica, stupid?
Welcome to the Tie-ins. I'm Johnny.
I'm Cartel.
I'm Mike.
And this week we learned the cultural reason why the Kandarian doesn't take off his helmet. But before we get to that, how you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good. The cold front just hit. So windows open and it's nice and chill at the old Casa de Cartel.
Right on.
How cold
I was too cold yesterday.
It's
would you call it a cold front in Florida?
50s at night.
So, what, 65, 70 during the day?
Today's high was like 79, but I think it got up to
79?
like 75 today.
Lord. It was like 60 here.
I wrapped up in a blanket yesterday and passed the fuck out and completely missed our Baldur's Gate 3 date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my update. You know, that's when I get to say, hey, this is what I've been playing this week.
You should have made an event.
We made some progress in Baldur's Gate 3. Cleared out more of Act 1. Nah, Act 1 looks exactly the same as it did last week.
Yeah, it's my fault. I'll take the blame. It's either me or Jubs missing.
Yep, that's true. He was the first one this week and was a couple minutes early.
That's because he's excited about Bard. He's into it.
No, well, he's finally feeling his tank class and knows what he's doing and he's ready to tank some hits for us. And you ruined it.
It was cold. I just said that. I was wrapped up in a blanket and I fell asleep.
Yeah, I guess it was 79 degrees where he was. So,
how you doing other than Baldur's Gate, man?
Man, I haven't really been watching anything. I've caught a little bit of Fall of the House of Usher, which I'm gathering is basically like an amalgamation of a bunch of Edgar Allan Poe short stories, like sort of woven into this modern day tale.
I thought it was about
okay.
when Bieber started doing drugs.
No.
Because, Usher discovered Bieber. So that would be the fall of his
stretch.
That would be the fall of his house if it would see because Bieber started doing drugs. Oh, anyway. Cartel was playing He Felt the Call today. I saw him. The Call of the Duty.
The call. Oh, on what platform?
He's muted and not even here.
Oh, all right. Well, whatever.
No,
we don't care.
Checked out little Warzone to see this Spawn operator skin that they got, and turns out it's at the end of the battle pass. So
you got a lot of grinding to do.
I'm looking at the sad trumpet button, and I just did it. I am out of it today. Woo! Woo! This is gonna be a fun one, guys.
All right. Well, yeah. So that was me. I read on the toilet that it was like $10, and I was like, well, $10. I'll just buy that, and then when I guess we ever play it, I'll have a Spawn skin. It'll look fucking cool. But then upon investigation, it was $30 after you complete everything. So your boy will not be purchasing a Spawn skin.
You don't know what my boy's doing. I started playing Yakuza Ishin, the Yakuza game set in the 1800s, where you're a samurai, but you also have pistols.
Interesting.
Yep. They did sword pistol long before your Star Wars did.
Okay.
No.
How is it?
It's pretty good. The fighting feels a little stiff, but I'm still at the very beginning. I have not really had a lot of time to play.
I actually really like that dynamic. Nier Automata is like that with huge swords, but also you have different guns, so sword and gunplay. It's
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
Bloodborne like that.
You're gonna have to ask people that have played Bloodborne.
But
Pabu,
also
where's Pabu?
but also Bloodborne is a Souls-like, so I don't know. I thought in Bloodborne the gun is the parry because you don't have a shield. Anyways, I could be way wrong. Anyways, yep.
Let's talk about
Probably
things
am.
we know nothing about. Have you guys played? I'm trying to think of a game that I know nothing about, but I don't know. I don't know the title of it.
I did play Worms WMD with some coworkers the other night.
Really?
After-
Throwback.
I am starting to get jealous of these coworkers that are getting all kinds of fun gameplay out of you.
Well, I mean, we're off work at 2-3 in the morning, and we're both like, "Hey, down for like an hour of gaming?" Because we're both done with work and we're not going to bed right away. So yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work for you. You missed a 9 p.m. playtime.
Yeah. What's your point? It was cold. I've already explained this.
You, you ain't making a 2 a.m. playtime.
Never. All right, well, let me ask you guys some, this is our final spooky season episode. So let me ask you some spooky season questions here.
Spooky season.
What is your favorite MGM Universal monster?
Yikes.
For sure, Dracula. There's got to be a Christopher Lee movie in there, even probably one with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing.
You're taking it further than I was asking, but I dig it.
But
Michael,
yeah,
I just
like,
meant you're all around. You didn't have to give me a specific movie.
But it's gotta be Universal.
Yeah, like
Um,
Frankenstein, The Mummy,
Yeah.
Invisible Man,
I'm looking.
Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, I believe.
Yep. They have they pretty much did all the classic horror films.
Did I hit them all?
Wolfman,
Did I
The
say
Mummy's Hand.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Mummy. Does The Mummy's hand count as separate?
I don't know. It's just The Mummy's Hand, The Mummy's Tomb, The Mummy's Ghost, The Mummy's Curse.
They're all part of the Mummy franchise.
Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy.
Wait a second, is that also Universal? Because I might have to go
Yes.
with Abbott Costello.
It is Universal.
Because those are pretty good films.
You got Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein,
Yep.
Meet the Invisible Man, and Meet the Mummy.
Yep. Those are I will stand by it and say those are fun films to watch.
Man.
They available on Peacock.
When I was a kid, I kind of liked The Invisible Man.
Because you're a perv.
There was like a little bit of like noir feel to it, kind of like Dick Tracy.
Okay.
More like a boudoir feel to it.
Did you ever watch the remake with like Chevy Chase and Sam Neill from the like early '90s?
It sounds familiar, but I can't remember.
It was set in like Marin County in San Francisco, outside San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right.
I'm going to go with Dracula. Dracula's the coolest. A little bit lighter. Candy apple or caramel apple?
Caramel.
Caramel.
Give me both. I will take both. I will eat two. Thank you. And I guess going along with this week's movie, and I completely forgot to mention, I watched, since this is our final Halloween spooky time episode, I took the bullet for everybody, and I watched Blood and Honey,
Oh,
and I watched Slaughterhouse. Let me tell
that
you,
was Blood and Honey.
not good. Not good. And Slaughterhouse, even worse.
Would you say it's a Weird Al even worse?
No, anything Weird Al is better than what I've witnessed the past 2 days.
Oh, okay.
But going along with those lines, what is your favorite joke horror movie, such as Slaughterhouse or Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
Idle Hands.
Idle Hands is a great one. That's a good answer.
Is that a joke one though?
I mean,
I think so.
I'd say it's self-aware. You know what I mean? Like,
all right,
For sure.
All right.
and it's like meant to be a comedy scare.
Because I think it's a little bit like the Scream movies in that regard. Very self-aware.
But yeah, but like, all right, but not like a scary movie, like where it's just like that's a straight up comedy.
Yeah.
But I'd say it rides both lines. Like, yeah, it's a horror film, but also like it's a good comedy film.
It is good. Maggle, are you?
I'm thinking. Man,
I'm gonna
Idle
go
Hands
with
is a
Killer
good
Clowns
answer.
from Outer Space as my favorite because there's no way that movie was meant to be serious, right?
man, I had one and I just lost it. Yeah, Idle Hands was a really good answer, Cartel. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know what was surprisingly good that I had zero hopes for? Was Rubber.
Oh, jeez. Oh man. Oh yeah. No, it wasn't.
But I'll give you a classic though. Tremors, also self-aware.
Good one.
And
Looking
really
up,
good one.
Looking up these movies, I just stumbled across Waxwork. Do you guys know that movie?
I don't think I'm not familiar with it.
Would you consider Ghostbusters to be in this genre?
Actually, let me put this in the episode.
I kind of would, because it's also the same thing as like it's a horror comedy. You know, like it's got supernatural elements and it's written as a comedy film.
Yeah, because I might go with Ghostbusters.
Okay, I'll allow it. Are you looking at this Waxwork link I sent?
No, hold on.
Where is it?
Where'd you put it?
In the TieIns
okay.
Discord news.
Gotcha.
When you get to it, click on the cover there to enlarge that. You both got it up?
Yep.
Yeah.
When I was little, I told my grandmother she looked like that dude. To her face.
Very nice of you. Now, did you have this or something? Like you had it on VHS and you pulled out the VHS tape?
I'm pretty sure it just played on like HBO. And I always thought it was, what was that movie that Paris Hilton redid?
House of Wax.
I always thought it was House of Wax, and I could never find it, but now I just stumbled across this and was like, oh, yep, that's the one I was talking about.
There you go.
Kids say the darndest things.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play a game.
It's time to play Origin Story.
All right. So last week, Mike caught up a little bit. It is now 4-3, but I realized that in last week's chaos, I forgot to do the get inside Johnny's head questions, which is Mike's only chance of winning. So I'm going to go ahead and do those now for last week.
Oh boy.
Carrie, what do you think Carrie's favorite song is? Remember to buzz in.
Buzz.
Cartel.
I'm Seeing Red by Minor Threat.
No.
Okay.
A good one, though.
Good one, but in Johnny's head, it would never be a Minor Threat song.
Nope. Kidding? That guy's guilty of being white. Michael, give it a shot. Toss out something.
Cassera.
Michael.
Walking on Sunshine.
No. Sunday, Bloody Sunday, gentlemen. The girl from The Ring, Samara Morgan. What do you think her favorite song is, according to my brain? Come on, guys.
Cassera.
Michael.
A Day in the Life by the Beatles.
No. Cartel?
Buzz.
Go ahead.
Buzz. Duran Duran, Girls on Film.
That's a good one. But no, I went with Video Killed the Radio Star.
Oh, I should have said 98 Degrees, the girl on TV. That's not 98 Degrees, sorry. It's the other one. It's the Three Dudes. Whatever.
Color me
Is that O-Town?
I don't even know. All right, and Annabelle.
LFO. That's the one. All right, sorry. Annabelle. Buzz.
Cartel.
Whole I Am Doll Parts.
Correct, sir. Cartel got one.
Hey!
In my brain. All right. So, do you need me to go over what we've already done before we start this?
Let's take everything off the table.
All right. We've already done Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Pennywise, Jason Voorhees, Norman Bates, Carrie, Samara Morgan, The Thing, and Annabelle. All right.
All right. All right.
The first clue for your first origin story is, what did I write? I have to Google something real quick.
Ay.
Okay. I left the R off the word painter and was confused. I am the painter, Daniel Robitaille. I fell in love with Caroline Sullivan. All right, and this should be a giveaway since nobody's buzzing in. My death couldn't be any sweeter.
Buzz.
Cartel.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here.
Yeah.
Could be about the bees in the Nicolas Cage film Candyman.
You threw me off. I thought you were going to be wrong when you said Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other bees.
But yes,
The Wicker Man.
Nicolas Cage.
The
The
Wicker
Wicker
Man.
Man, yeah.
It is Candyman.
It is Candyman. I know it's Candyman.
And if that clue didn't work, my next one was say my name. When no one is around you, that's when I'll come for you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Cartel's bowling you over, Mike.
I'm
I
on
knew
a
it was
roll.
I almost did it again. Candyman's favorite song.
Casera.
Michael.
Candyman? I melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Oh, what?
You mean
Knocking boots.
understand, I'm the Candyman.
Candyman. Because I melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Hard as a rock.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm no sucker.
Yes, I'm no sucker.
Boots I knock
make
me
me
one bad mother.
one bad mother. Yeah, that's not.
No, but I'm really glad you put that back into my head.
You are ridiculous that's not the song. You're just wrong.
All right. Well, it's not going to be Christina Aguilera Candyman, and it's not going to be 50 Cent Candy Shop, and it's not LL Cool J's Knocking Boots. I want Candy Bow Wow Wow.
It is I Want Candy.
Ridiculous.
Is that Bow Wow Wow, or is that... No, that's not Bow Wow Wow.
I did not put an artist because I actually don't know. I know the real version, but I don't know who sings it. I know the cover is Bouncing Souls.
Okay.
All right.
Process of elimination, I got there.
Cartel's breaking out, Mike. Your next
You don't even know your own head.
origin story. That's such a good song. Thank you for putting that in there. Your next origin story. My real name is Elliot Spencer. My experiences in war led me to lose faith in God and humanity, which led me to indulge in more base pleasures of the flesh, ultimately leading me to the lament configuration.
Oh.
I don't like that you're second guessing yourself because that was my last clue.
All right. Can I ask one question before?
Is that allowed, Michael? You're way behind, Michael. Is he allowed to ask a question?
I'm not catching up. Go for it.
Ask away, sir.
Am I? Is it the title of the movie or the title of the character?
Character.
Buzz.
Cartel.
Pinhead.
Correct, sir. And now, for 4 points for Mike, 1 point for Cartel. What is Pinhead's favorite song? According to my brain.
I mean, it's not going to be the Ramones. You don't like the Ramones, do you? Do you even like the Ramones?
I don't dislike the Ramones, but it is not the Ramones.
Yeah, so it's not going to be Ramones Pinhead. So
No, I would not have done that. I just would have written Misfits down for everything, right?
fuck. I
Michael, nothing?
Uh,
For 4 points, Mike.
I got nothing for Pinhead.
Cartel. Nobody wants to throw out a guess.
I got nothing.
Give us a hint. Like, what aspect of Pinhead took you to the song?
A way that he kills.
Can you? Who did break these chains of love? Buzz, buzz. Who did break these chains of love?
This isn't Jeopardy, and no.
Okay, there you go. Though that's my guess.
Michael.
That didn't really help me that much because I don't remember the movie.
It's got like the
How did he
best.
kill people, Cartel?
It's got the best quotes and everything.
Cartel, what was his killing style?
I mean, through puzzle boxes and like torture rooms, chains come out and like rip people's flesh off.
So kind of like Saw.
Yep, there we go. That's the shot. That's like
I sent a picture of Frank's death in the chat in case people didn't.
I can't feel my face.
Blues Traveler, The Hook.
I mean, okay.
Apparently, you guys don't think that's as funny as I do. Oh man! Whew. All right, no one gets a point. Final round. Points are tripled for Mike, and they're negative for Cartel to make this interesting. I spent time in an institution. My mother forced my first kill. I am somewhat inspired by an IRL serial killer.
Casera?
Michael?
Hannibal Lecter?
Incorrect. You're not out, though. Be ready to buzz in. I make cool furniture. Really? Why is there nothing happening?
Nope. That didn't help me.
My name is Jedediah.
Jedediah. That's not. No.
Our episode released this morning as of record.
Oh, the Savages, right? Savages? No. The Savage family? Savage family?
Just one person.
All right. Buzz Buzz.
Is the whole family named Jedediah? Cartel?
Wait. Which one came out today? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface.
Jesus Christ. Really, guys?
I did not know his name.
Yeah, but I make cool furniture. I'm inspired. We just did the episode.
I don't think that he was actually named, though. I think it was like...
And the furniture, you threw me with that one. I'm thinking like he was some sort of Amish dude with Jedediah.
No, I knew... I knew it was Ed Gein Leatherface. I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't want to buzz it.
You lost points anyway.
I know.
And what is Leatherface's favorite song, according to my brain?
Put a hook in you. I got my hooks. No, we just did the hook. Okay. I'm gonna cut you in half. My love, half a cup of Joe.
Yep, it is Stain on My Notebook. That's not what that song's called. What is that song called?
You're just a stain in my pants. You're just gonna buzz
Black
you.
Coffee in Bed is what it is. Black Coffee in Bed.
Gonna buzz you around. Gonna push you around. Push by Sapphire. Push by 3 a.m. That one band. What's the band name?
It's a returning artist.
Rob Thomas. What band is Rob Thomas from?
Matchbox 20.
That's the one. Push. Matchbox 20.
No.
Thank God.
It's a returning band from
Returning
tonight.
Bands. No.
So there's a Bouncing Soul song.
What have we had tonight?
There was no Bouncing Souls tonight. I mean, they did a cover of one
They
of the
did a
songs.
cover of one.
Oh boy. Come
What
on,
was
Mike.
the one I
This is
did?
for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, Mike. You can do it.
I cannot do it. I'm so not in your head.
It is Hole, Celebrity Skin.
I don't know if I know that song by name.
I only know that song by name. I don't know.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, make me over. Dun, dun,
Oh, is that Celebrity Skin? I do know that one. All right. That was the end of Origin Story, our month-long game. Do you guys even want to know the score?
Nope.
I mean, I crushed it. That's all we need to know, right?
Cartel won. We knew that was going to happen, but hey.
I got to win sometime.
All right, I just looked up that song, and I'm pretty sure I only heard it once when I was in high school.
That's a lie, but okay.
Yeah, trying to act all cool. You don't get cool points when you're this old, Mike.
No. Hole was not a thing, except for one song, and that wasn't it.
While Michael pretends that he's still getting cool points, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking Evil Dead 2.
All right, I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Nope. And we're back. This week's film was The Evil Dead 2. It is a 1987 American comedy horror film directed by Sam Raimi, who co-wrote it with Scott Spiegel, starring Bruce Campbell, Sarah Berry, Dan Hicks, Casey Wesley, and Richard Domier. So, yeah, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. How amazing is Bruce Campbell in this movie?
Pretty awesome.
I mean, it's
classic.
yeah, it's great.
I did learn from the listing, because this is available for streaming on like every free service, but I learned from the little listing there that this was it was a sequel, but they did a recap with a different actress. So people constantly thought it was just him going back to the cabin after the first crazy thing happened in the first movie, but it is actually just a continuation of him still being at the cabin. Bruce Campbell says that if you end the first movie where he gets hit by the monster and start the second movie where he's flying through the trees and then falls in the puddle, then that's where you're good to go.
Yeah, I don't remember when I saw this movie, but I know I saw it in college with the, what do you call it, commentary track, and that's when I discovered all that shit.
Ooh, using a commentary track? Look at you, big boy.
Dude, I had, remember this, Mike? I had a DVD audio DVD player. Because DVD audio was gonna change the audio world, and you guys ever hear about that? You guys ever check that out?
No, sir.
No.
Yeah, because it didn't become a thing.
No, it did not.
Yep. Somehow listening to 5.1 DVD audio instead of just stereo albums never became a thing. So,
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it when I'm rocking out to my music and it creeps up behind me. I don't need that.
So, yeah, when I was in school, there was a lot of, you gotta learn how to mix 5.1, you know what I mean? Like, that's gonna be the next thing. And it is the next thing for
home cinema.
For films, yes, for
Yeah.
mixing for films, but not stereo music. Still just left and right. Seems to be people got that left and right, you know, like when you see a band. They're all up there, left to right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Usually when I see a band, there's at least one member hiding behind me. And he just like sit with the cymbals. Just that doesn't happen at the club you work at, Hartel?
I would hope not. I would lose my hearing immediately.
You wear earplugs, and you know you do. Why would you
I
lose your hearing?
do not at work.
Oh, really?
I
You've
can't
given up.
I can't wear earplugs at work. I have to use my ears. Kind of tough to mix a show because you have earplugs and you can't hear it.
I don't think you've moved any of your mixing equipment in at least months. It's got little marks on it that say "good" right here. It's digital, right? It's not a mixing board.
Hey.
So you preload ska band. Preload.
Oh, man.
Guy from Lost Boys. You have
Saxophone?
You have a presetting for him.
I wish that was what happened.
Just remember.
That is not the song, buddy.
No?
I still
What is
believe.
I still believe, that's right.
Just remember. Oh man, did I ever tell you guys this is off topic? I guess it's not. It's about a dead person, so it's on topic. Did I ever tell you guys that I was at a funeral once and they played "Time of My Life" and it took everything I had not to burst out laughing at the "Just remember."
It's a good part.
Can we?
Maybe not.
I'll just let you guys know. Like during my funeral, you will be playing or memorial service or whatever whatever happens. You got to play Madness One Step Beyond. You know that's got to happen.
Ah,
Okay.
that's good.
And then we all have to do the madness walk around your.
You don't have to do
Well, that's
that.
what I was about to ask. Like, what is?
You don't have
What
to
are
do
we
that.
walking around?
Just that's got to play at some point. You know what I mean? Like moment of silence. You're gonna hear that one.
No, but we are gonna do that. So, like, is it a coffin? Is it an urn?
Yeah, you got to get
you
all
gonna be
this
a
written
tree?
down because you're on your way out, right?
Yeah, like, what is it? What's it gonna be? What are your wishes here?
Well, guess what? Guess who enrolled in life insurance this week?
Ooh, who's it go to? The cats?
The people taking care of the cats. Yes.
Nice. I like it. Do I get the cats?
No.
I am never going next gen if this doesn't happen.
Help a brother out, Cartel.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's not funny. I want you to live a very long and happy life, Cartel.
Well, thank you.
I like having you around, buddy.
I don't like being around, but well, that's for another time.
Oh, Lord, with that shit. How about you give us a brief rundown of Evil Dead here, Cartel?
Actually, this is not really a what do you call it? A expertise of mine. I saw these all like late in college, and yeah, they're good, but I'm not
Okay.
not
Right,
super,
well-
not really a super fan. So you know what I mean? Like,
I'll give you a complete world rundown then. Before there were humans, our world was run by these angry spirits. Then the humans came, made the Book of the Dead, shunned the evil spirits and the demons to a mirror dimension, a mirror world. The Book of the Dead can open a hole and let them through. It can also send them the fuck back. Bruce Campbell finds the book in an old ass cabin. Demons come through because there's a recording there as well of the book, even though it's in a different language. And the Deadites come, ruled by the Kandarian demon, who is the head of them all, I guess, right? And it's fucking hilarious. Sam Raimi made Xena. All you need to say about him, Xena's the best. Did he do Hercules too?
Hercules is not the best.
pretty sure that if he did one of them, he had to have been like a producer on the other.
I mean, yeah, he's involved in it somehow, at least.
Yeah, he's got to be a producer.
And his brother's definitely in it. Brother's in Xena as well.
Brothers, I want to say in everything that he's done. Like, that's like one of his like calling cards is like that and that Lincoln, that yellow Lincoln.
Yep.
And Bruce Campbell is usually a cameo.
All right, so let's get back to some Evil Dead here. Sam Raimi just turned 20 when he makes Evil Dead, the original.
1981 or earlier than that.
I don't remember.
Released in 81. Okay.
Yes. Somehow loses the rights to the Evil Dead, which is why in the Evil Dead 2 they do a recap, but with different actress, different scenario there. Stephen King, actually such a huge fan of the original Evil Dead, he helps raise money to make Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2, they decide, Evil Dead 2, they decide to lean into the comedy, which makes the franchise as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree.
Bruce Campbell facial expressions are amazing in this movie. He does an amazing physical acting in this movie.
I had that written down. It is like almost like The Mask at times, or like Looney Tunes-esque, but it's actually him.
When he's fighting his hand and his hand grabs him by the hair and flips him, amazing acting.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to. I love this movie so much. I'm at a loss. Like when the blood just pours out of the fucking wall. And then everything in the house starts laughing about it.
And then he starts laughing with them.
He does that little up and down with the lamp.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Speaking of the blood shooting out and everything like that, and when the blood comes out of the cellar, and then later on when he's fighting the monster at the end and blue is shooting blue blood is shooting everywhere. Mm-hmm. I can't tell if the continuity errors after that, where like the entire house is dry and the lady that was at the cellar getting blood shot all over her is in completely new clothes, and then at the end,
that's part of the Deadites can do lots of shit to you, and then it can all be gone within a second, like because it's all supernatural.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was that or parody of films that don't mean to do that but do that, but it works either way.
Yeah, see that I don't know if that was something they slid in there, but it works with the lore because isn't there an entire scene where then all of a sudden he just wakes up and he's in the rocking chair?
Yes.
So it works with the lore of the demons are just fucking with his brain. At the end of this movie, he gets sucked back in time to the Knights of the Round Table, who are also fighting Deadites. Have you guys seen Army of Darkness?
I have.
Of course I've seen.
What'd you think?
I
Uh,
don't remember.
I enjoyed it, but I don't remember it nearly as well as I remember Evil Dead 2. Like Evil Dead 2, I watched many times. Army of Darkness, I've probably only seen once or twice.
I've only seen it once and I was not happy. I think I even had Army of Darkness on VHS.
Yeah, I mean, I think the
my
problem
house.
was like Evil Dead 2 was so awesome, and then I don't think anything after that lived up to it.
I think I saw Army of Darkness first. Because I do remember seeing the trailer for it before the movie Groundhog Day, and then
And then you saw the trailer for it before the movie Groundhog Day.
I went in the
And then
Groundhog
you
Day
saw the
loop.
trailer for it before the movie.
I went in the Groundhog Day loop, but I also saw. So yeah, like I remember seeing the trailer for Army of Darkness. I remember seeing Army of Darkness, but not knowing it like had a whole other, I guess, canon of movies, 2 other movies to go with it.
I did that with 2 and 1. I saw 2 first, then I saw 1.
So yeah, I honestly, like I said, like I never saw these until college, and then by that time, like I kind of moved on from like, yeah, these were good, but not as good as everything else that I was watching at the time. I guess. I mean, I bought them, I owned them, but
What were you watching at the time? Let's break this down. What is better than Evil Dead 2?
I mean, like maybe like Shaun of the Dead or like.
Ooh, that's tough. Different movies, my man. Different movies.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I was also watching like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I guess I was just really what it came down to was the first time I was like, on my own, uncensored, I can do whatever I want. So I'm going to go through a whole bunch of horror films. And so I did, you know what I mean? Like I went to Blockbuster pretty much every other day and would rent movies and watch them. If they were good, I would tape them.
Ooh.
Illegal.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep. Hello,
Yep.
Blockbuster.
I had 2 VCRs. What do you know? Your boy out here bootlegging fucking.
You didn't even rewind when you returned them.
What?
You were not kind at all. Did you guys notice in this watch through that one of the only things that was re-recorded as far as sound was when he says "work shed," and it's so much louder than the rest of the movie.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. There was some trivia about that. Somebody who worked with him on the next movie asked him to say work shit.
Kurt Russell from Escape from L.A. Rosebud was not a real production company. The movie was unrated, and the producer was not allowed to release unrated movies through his own company. So he created Rosebud just for releasing Evil Dead 2.
All right.
All
Rixie.
right. And also, that was not his next movie. That was 9 years later that Kurt Russell said that to Bruce Campbell.
Jeez.
So Kurt Russell been holding that one in his pocket.
Yeah, he'd been
I
thinking
do
about that one
with
for a long
jokes.
time.
Cartel, would you recommend Evil Dead 2?
Oh, for sure.
Would you recommend it over Evil Dead 1 and Army of Darkness?
I don't remember either of them. So, yeah.
Has anybody seen the remakes?
Nope.
No.
Neither have I.
I did see the pilot episode of the series, and I was like, I'm on board. Is any of my other friends on board? And no one got back to me. Not you all, but other friends who I know are into horror, but they did not get back to me. So I did not continue.
You know what it made? I too saw the pilot of the series, and you know what it made me want? What was that fucking show? Michael, would you recommend this movie? I'm gonna.
Yes. I think it's a great campy horror movie. It knows what it is, leans into it just enough, doesn't go crazy in either direction. It sits at a sweet spot, and I think it's kind of rare that campy movies do that. So it's a classic.
Watching the pilot for the Evil Dead series just made me wish there was more Stand Against Evil. Anybody watch Stand Against Evil?
No.
John
Nope.
C. McGinley,
I did
grumpy
not.
old bastard fighting evil witches. No,
Nope.
That's sad. It's really good. You should check it out. I too would recommend Evil Dead.
I will say that one thing that Bruce Campbell reminds me of in modern day stuff is his name is Xander from Buffy.
Ooh, Xander's a piece of shit. He takes advantage of young girls at conventions. He's a piece of shit.
Oh, well, I didn't know he was canceled. Character-wise, though, some funniness.
I think they
in Buffy.
look similar. I think Xander's useless, though. I didn't like him in the series either.
I wasn't a huge Buffy fan.
Oh, I
Just think they look a little similar, and there's some humor aspects to them. So
watching Bruce Campbell act made me wish that any of my friends were as talented as Bruce Campbell, because I made this movie. I just don't have the talent pool that Sam Raimi had.
you're saying we can't act as good as Bruce Campbell?
No, not even close.
It's offensive. Maybe I'm just not receiving good enough direction.
Ooh, I do. A lot of
Hey,
times
guys.
I go, good enough.
You're tearing me apart.
Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, I would recommend this movie. Definitely. Evil Dead 2. Watch it before any other Evil Dead. Hilarious. Launched Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi's careers, which are permanently intertwined. Yeah, Bruce Campbell was even on Xena. I don't know if he was on Hercules, but he was on Xena. When we come back, we'll talk about the Evil Dead game. Another one of those horror movie, hey, I'm symmetrical over here games. We'll be back. Never forget. We're back. This week's game is Evil Dead the Game. It is a 2022 asymmetrical survival horror game developed by Saber Interactive and published by Boss Team Games. It is already on its way out. There's no more active development for Evil Dead the Game, everybody. Cartel, would you like to talk a little bit about Evil Dead the Game for us?
I guess it's a game that you do a lot of stuff to get to the end game, and I guess it could be fun, but I don't really think it is. I don't know. You gotta there's
Really?
like
You don't think it's fun?
you gotta like collect your loadout, then go search for clues for the map, then you gotta
Oof.
do the map, but also do the dagger, and then once you do that, you've got to summon the demon and then banish the demon. Like,
You're making it sound harder than it is. And let me tell you, when you first start out, it is harder than it is, but
Once you figure it out, it's pretty
once you
easy.
figure out that it's written right there on your screen what to do next,
I mean, yeah, it's written right there on your
it's
screen.
not a lot. It's just, it's a fun flow. I really enjoyed this game.
I thought it was okay once we figured it all out. Granted, it is a lot at the beginning, but yeah, once you figure it all out, I thought it was okay.
Granted, this was a Epic exclusive when it first came out, I believe, right?
Epic exclusive.
So these numbers are a little bit skewed, but right now, as of recording, 18 current players on Steam.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's hurting. It's no Redfall, but it's hurting.
Well, I mean, it was free on Epic, so I imagine anyone who
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
purchased it or is playing it is on Epic, because for the first year it was only available through the Epic Store on PC.
Okay, so we played against bots. Explain to me what it would have looked like if we had played an online match.
The same, but much harder.
But who would the other players be? Just other survivors just like us?
We played with real life survivors.
Yeah, but just one other person, like filled out.
He's saying
crew
who
of
would be
4.
the demon. So
Yeah, like
the demon would have been played by another human who is probably very sweaty and has leveled up so much that they're just eating up whatever.
but what is their role? Because you only see him at the very end.
You also fight all those deadites that come at you the entire time.
They control the deadites, so like they could possess a deadite and then come attack you.
Yeah,
Okay, so
they
they could just
control the
become one
deadites
of
like
them.
StarCraft, basically, like Zerg.
Oh, okay.
So they can like bottleneck.
So,
and
but
wait
also,
for you
so
and stuff like that.
when you get possessed, when our fear level got too high and we were
Mhm.
taken over by someone, that would be them.
Okay.
They would
So they can RTS all of the minions and also embody somebody.
yes,
Okay.
and probably with some of the minions as well when they got enough fear points or level up points or whatever.
Gotcha. I mean, I don't think this game would be fun without a crew on Discord. Like, if you didn't have 2 or 3 people that you were playing with, this is not a game that I would get on and play solo. It's not that good.
No, that's That's what I'm saying is
I have yet to find one of these asymmetrical games that are good enough that I would consistently get on by myself.
I agree with you there.
Like
I think that's true.
I'm playing Texas Chainsaw by myself, but knowing that me and Cartel are eventually going to play. Not like, oh, this is my game now. This is what I'm doing by myself all the time.
you
I
wouldn't
would not
play
do that.
Predator?
Not by myself, no.
Okay. I think honestly, it comes down to just you guys aren't into these style games. Like you're forcing yourself to play a game you don't like.
That's not true at all.
Well,
We're only playing the game in the style that we like to. We're not going to play it the way that you think it should only be played. Like, I love fucking Predator, but I'm not playing it by myself. That does not mean I don't like the game. It just means I don't like to play it by myself. Ain't no thing.
I just don't see the difference by playing with me or playing with rando. Like, it's still the same.
I have somebody to talk to, somebody to team up with. It's more interactive.
I've spent so many years.
I'm really
playing
kind
solo.
of offended that you don't see the difference between playing with me and not talking to anybody. Not talking
They're
to
the same
randos
picture.
on the internet.
I mean, I've literally
hurts my feelings.
spent years playing games by myself, so I'm just like I'm not gonna lie. Some of the fun nights I've ever had is like hopping to like just teaming up with randos on Diablo or Borderlands and just clearing fucking levels with randos. I've had fun, you know.
That's weird.
But
I mean,
But I mean, also it's like same thing with Division. Like I remember the first time I played like Division 2, like I got a little like small squad of like randos that I played with, and that was fun for a little bit.
see, my entire family and all of my friends play games. So when a squad game comes out, I never plan on playing it by myself. I can find somebody to play with me. And that's good enough. If I have one person playing with me in a squad game, I'll team up with randos all day long. As long as I have someone else to be like, ugh, do you see this fucking rando? But yeah, I'm not going to do a squad game where no one is playing. A single player game is much more rewarding if you're going to be playing by yourself.
I guess I don't. I mean,
like what you like. I'm not saying don't do it. Anymore. I'm
literally what Mike does every day with Mace is he plays with his buds, but like I guess he's playing with all the buds. All right, never mind.
He's touching all the buds.
A lot of buds.
Yeah, I mean, I've realized that is how we've met some of our friends, by playing with randos on the internet, but it's never been how I've met a friend. It's not how I do things. And that's cool that you like to play with randos. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I don't hate the game because I don't like to play it with randos. But why is this game dying, Cartel?
I mean, from the look of it, it's just there's nothing to keep players there. So like, there's no like streamers who have any following who are playing it. So there's no massive YouTube following that's like, hey, this is the guy for this game. There is a void there. So you know.
And what is it? Is it just that there's too many games nowadays that for a game to stay alive it needs streamers? Or we didn't used to need streamers.
Yeah, I think it's twofold though. Like it does need streamers to bring attention to it, but the streamers aren't going to stay if there's not depth to the game too. And I don't know. This game was very simple and didn't feel like there's a lot of depth to it.
I don't know how to say this, but I think you're wrong. But other than it's like playing a Monster Hunter game now. You need to have like a guide. You need to have someone show you how to play the game because there's like different.
Hold on, who's wrong?
Steps in the Monster Hunter, like the hub world, the track world, the hub world, the mission world, and then you do the tracking session, the capture session, the takedown session.
That's a different style of game.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like that, the way you
and that's what worked for that one. But I don't. It seems orthogonal to what I was saying.
It helps to have like a streamer like showcase those things. But with Evil Dead, there was no one showcasing that. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying.
That's what I said though.
And you also told us one of us was wrong, and I don't know what we were wrong about.
I agree with you. Okay. There was not enough depth here for a streamer to show. Streamers are needed for games to be popular.
I misunderstood what you said. My bad.
Yeah, no, there's not enough depth to this game.
Gotcha. Okay, that's where I misunderstood.
No, it seemed confusing at first, but it's super simple. The the weapons and stuff like that, it was just whatever, run of the mill stuff. Not, I mean, even take something simple as like Fortnite, which is totally derivative, but at least with the weapons that Fortnite has, there's some meta involved in it based on like what your opponent's doing. You need to have this, or if he whips out this gun, you need to have this. Like there's strategy and different tactics that you can take, so there's depth to Fortnite, whereas it just didn't feel that way with this one.
I agree with that. Yeah, I would.
Suppose like my character that I chose, I don't remember what her name was, but her expertise as far as melee was the meat tenderizer. So supposedly there's like a little bit of this is the weapon I want kind of thing for this character, but I did not feel a difference between when I did not have the meat tenderizer and when I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was the other thing. Like, no matter what weapon I had, I felt the same. And even when I did my special, which was to boost everybody's melee, including mine, still felt the same. I wasn't cutting through anybody any faster. And since I was spamming the finishing button all the time, I mean, I had 24 finishing moves at least per time we played.
None of mine would hit for some reason.
And it happened after the first hit, so I was already killing everything. I didn't feel any difference after putting in skill points and with any of my weapons. It just all felt the same.
Yeah. I did feel a huge difference between, say, the revolver and the crossbow. Definitely felt a difference there, but that's really just load time.
Yeah. I was playing I don't remember what his name was, basically the paladin class, who spawns with a sword, but it's a gray sword. But, I picked up a legendary sword. Still felt the same.
So I guess I'm going back. I wanted to go back to the whole streamer question that I had asked. But I guess what it really comes down to is if a game is good enough nowadays to stay alive without streamers, it's going to have streamers because it's that good. So it's an impossible question to answer nowadays.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah.
So my question about can a game survive without streamers nowadays is moot, because if it's good enough to survive, it's going to have streamers. Did you want to hit anything about your video, Cartel?
I honestly don't remember anything in the video other than it saying game's dead.
I knew that's why you pushed it on us, so that we would remember what was in it.
Yeah.
Other than game's dead.
I mean,
you are a very black and white man sometimes. You know that?
We did not play it, and I wish we did, but it just didn't tickle our fancy when we were playing it. And
we still have time, just like we still have time to play Friday the 13th asymmetrical.
You think Mr. Michael over here is going to purchase it?
I don't think I'm going to purchase it.
Wait, you don't own it?
No, I don't.
Oh, then
no, if I owned it, we would have played it at least once.
I thought it came out on Game Pass or Games with Gold at one point, and you picked it up then.
Maybe, I don't know. That might be a possibility.
So I actually picked it up the other week to try it out, and did try it out.
I thought you already had the Friday the 13th one
On PlayStation.
So then you got it on Xbox.
Yep.
You were such a weirdo with that. Well, I picked it up to try it out to see how much different.
I figured if we get it, we all different. No. If I figured if we get it, I gotta play it on Xbox because you got Xbox. I thought.
I also have a PC.
Is it available on PC still?
I don't know, man.
Anyways, also, I know that we're not buying it if it's free somewhere. I figured you had it on Xbox.
I don't know. I'll check.
I figured you had an Xbox, so then we just convinced Mike to get it for $5, and I was like, I'll spend $5. That way I can be like, yeah, I have it already. Maybe Mike spends $5, but
I like where your head's at.
Yeah, I already have it. You know what I mean? Got to do it.
So in your head, Cartel, what does an asymmetrical game need to have that Dead by Daylight staying power?
Oh man, it needs the fine balance of cooperative play, but also if I put on the perks that say if I go solo, I'm boosted. You know what I mean? I'm him. I'm the one who's gonna fucking take the hits, hit the gens as fast as I can. I'll run the killer. Y'all just fucking do your part and team up if you got to, but I'm gonna run all solo boosts. and go like that. You know what I mean? Like that's a fun build to play when I'm playing by myself. But then also like most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, I just play fucking team builds where I team up with someone, I do gens with them, and I'll take a hit or two. I'll get a perk where I take a hit and try to get the saves and the stacks of points. Dead by Daylight 2019, 2017, 18, 19 was a perfect mix of that. And it's just, I feel like I'm chasing that high. I'm chasing that high,
I
like Mike's chasing the high of Tribes 1.
I feel like every single asymmetrical game is already at a disadvantage for succeeding because it's hard enough to get even matches going. Like if you take League of Legends, like 3v3 or 5v5 or something like that, or 4v4 rather, and Dota, like Counter-Strike, Halo, every single game that has team matches where they're even, and they don't even have to worry about balance because everybody's the same character, except like League of Legends or like Paladins or something like that, where they do have to balance the characters, but they're still even numbers. Even those are hard to get matches going where every single person stays through the entire time, to the point where like Counter-Strike is giving like massive bans to players who leave mid-match to get you to stick around. And you're already shooting yourself in the foot when you make it asymmetrical like that. It's just even harder. And you need to make it, I think, so that somebody can jump in right away. Like if somebody drops, then somebody in a queue, like Halo does that well. Just somebody just pops in right away, so that you can finish the match. But the balance is already so close to being out of balance in an asymmetrical game that something like that happens, or you have one person that's new, or one person that drops mid-match, you're gonna lose.
I mean, all right. So that basically comes down to matchmaking, where you
Yeah, for sure.
put noobs in one category and more experience in other. So Dead by Daylight has that. What's crazy is like I've noticed Texas Chainsaw has it, but only to an extent. So like if you're in a party, it seems to whoever's got the highest is gonna be the number they sum to
Gotcha.
to the killer side. So like if you're in a
Yeah, we noticed that.
party on victim side, the sum of the highest would be the highest on the killer side. But that's also not always going to be the case because I've also been in just like some unbalanced ones where I've been like, I'm 42, they're all 50 and above. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because there's no penalty in that one. Whereas Dead by Daylight, it used to have long ass fucking queues, which again was why I quit playing the game. Was the queue times were killer. That was the real killer because you'd sit there and queue for 10 to 20 minutes and you wouldn't be able to see the killers. Whatchamacallit? But at some point, if you had a team of high players, you would get lobby dodge. So like they would wait till the timer is like, about to click to about to go and they would escape out. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where like that's what killed me on the game of Dead by Daylight of the lobby
Right.
dodging. So that's why I'm cool with the penalty, but also like you know what I mean. Like I'm playing Texas Chainsaw now. There's no penalty, and I'm just in and out of queues real quick, and I'm into that. So yeah. Again, also it's two different games, so it's tough for me to like compare. You know what I mean? It's tough for me to really analyze between the two.
Yeah, I just think like it for games to like really succeed. I think for multiplayer wise, it needs to make it so that there isn't a time commitment that has to be synced between like 10 people because it's just hard to do. People need to be able to drop in and out and be replaced super quick.
Yes. I think it mainly just comes down to like, the ideal gameplay loop, you're in and out of a game so quickly that you're like, once you finish the game, you don't want to step away, take a break. You want to like, oh, I that game happened just enough for me to keep playing the next one. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So I feel like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like a game could be 5 minutes, game could be 10 minutes, but like there's not really games where they had that are more than 20 minutes. Whereas Evil Dead, the game seemed to take about a half hour. And after about a half hour of playing the 3 parts, you're like, you know what? I gotta need a break just to chill out from everything I just did. You know what I mean? Like, whereas Texas, I'm just in.
I don't know. I feel like once we figured out what was going on, the game went much faster. In Evil Dead, I feel like
I was also dying a lot, so I don't know.
I definitely feel like you two were the worst teammates ever.
Really?
Yes, sir. I remember
I don't know how that is.
one specific time we were heading towards a specific tower on the map because that's where the next map piece was. We park. Like, if the animation of the car actually had doors opening, the door would have hit the tower. We all get out of the car. I get attacked by 5 demons all at the same time. I say, "Help, guys. I am surrounded. Where are you?" Neither of you were there anymore. And you were mad at me because I was on my own.
I came to save you, and I was already in a battle of my
then
own.
you
I
came to
battled my
save
own.
me. You came to save me, and what did Cartel say? "I'm dying
know.
now because I'm all alone."
Listen, you were in a battle. I was in a battle. We're all in battles over
We're all
here.
surrounded.
But I was where the car was.
There's Slowpoke.
You guys jumped out of the car and just took off.
Yeah, I knew it was unsafe to be there.
We still had to look for the map piece. Oh, anyway. Yeah, I don't know what it would make an asymmetrical game succeed. Of the asymmetrical games I've played, Dead by Daylight is my least favorite. So, fuck if I know. I would definitely recommend checking out Evil Dead, especially if you got it free when Epic gave it away, before it's gone. It's definitely at least one fun night with your friends. Cartel?
One fun night? Yeah, you can do it. One fun night with your friends. Go for it.
We have his permission, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even going to ask Mike. No. Mike?
I agree with that. Definitely, if you've got a crew of 3, go for it. You could get one fun night out of it.
To be fair, I feel like you can get more.
You know what, though?
I just meant,
You-
check it out. One fun night.
You might be able to get more if you really pump some points into the skill tree.
If you get a crew that's willing to play the game,
Just one
then
fun night.
then you've got a stew brewing, and go for it.
I'll play Evil Dead forever. One fun night. Baby, just one fun night. What song is that? One More Night is what it is. I don't know why. One More
Isn't
Night.
it Phil
Who's that
Collins?
by? Phil Collins. Yes, it is. The man.
You got
Phil
2
Collins.
ears and a heart.
All right, well, that was Evil Dead. That's the end of spooky month, guys. I hope everybody has a fun Halloween. Be safe. Definitely try to get that edibles candy that people are definitely giving away.
Oh, they give it away these days to kids?
They give it away now. They give it away. They give it away. They give it away now.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yep. They spend lots of money
Just to give it to children.
giving out that weed candy just to see a kid get a little high and go to sleep.
Don't do that, people. Don't do that.
They're not going to. Who would do that?
News
No
people,
one.
don't report us because you're going to do a fake story about people giving out fake weed to kids, because it doesn't happen. Like, no one's buying $40 edibles and then giving them to children.
Edibles do be expensive.
Edibles do be expensive.
We're the tie-ins. Stay tuned. Next month we'll have some fun. Spooky time over. I'm Johnny.
Wait, we're going to have fun next week?
Next month.
Oh,
Not next week.
Oh.
Next week's going to suck for you.
Oh, boy. All right, I'm Cartel. Bye-bye.
I'm Mike.
And we just wasted your whole month. Ha ha.
I hope not.
Follow us at the tie-ins on all social media.
Join our Discord, the link to which can be found on all said social media.
Join our Patreon at patreon.com/TheTie-ins.
And please remember to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform.
It helps connect us to more listeners like you.
Well, not like you. Better, cooler listeners.
The Candorian. Ugh. And this week,